Hi. Maybe we're here. Welcome to This Week in Baltimore Eating with Richard Korellick. Join us here every Thursday at 12:30 to talk about everything food related in Baltimore. I am Amanda. That is Richard.
That's right.
We are brought to you by Santoni's Marketplace and Catering. Okay, how was your holiday?
I had a nice, restful holiday. It's easy for I was just telling Kyle that it's easy to do with the holidays if you're me because I'm single, I'm childless, and I'm Jewish.
All of those things are also my story, but I do go to family and do a Christmas.
I go to Christmas dinner for the past 14 years at my first cousin's mother-in-law's in Timonium.
Aha. Oh, you were in Timonium. I was in the city. We swapped.
And it's known for being a Groundhog Day style Christmas dinner in that nothing has ever changed at this Christmas dinner except because we always start by singing Let There Be Peace on Earth.
Really?
We always have crackers,
I love crackers. I usually do those on New Year's.
And we
I do like a cracker, though.
Have a rib roast and asparagus with hollandaise, but not this year. No asparagus.
What?
No, we had new vegetables this year.
What was a new vegetable? Did they discover something
cauliflower broccoli mix and green beans. Then we got into a discussion about whatever happened to string beans.
Okay.
And are string beans the same as green beans? And they essentially are.
Okay.
But string beans.
I thought they were the longer ones.
No, those are.
Haricot vert.
Haricot vert are the small ones.
Oh. Well, it's a long one. I thought that was a string bean.
I think there might be pole beans.
Oh,
string beans actually were called that because they had the string. You
had to undo the string.
But those were bred
but
out of green beans.
But pea pods also have a string.
They do.
Yeah.
Long bean conversation without our phones. So we couldn't consult Wikipedia when we're talking about it.
We're not going to do that.
And wax beans. Remember wax beans?
I like a good wax bean. Those are the ones that show up in the 3-bean salad often.
Yes,
they do. With a kidney bean.
For eye appeal.
Which is actually the the healthiest of all the beans. The
kidney beans?
That's like the best, all those antioxidant things.
All right. So you did what?
But wait, so no Chinese food?
No, not for me.
You guys heard it here first. There are 2 Jews in this room, 2.5, I'm thinking, who did not have Chinese food on Christmas Eve.
I feel like a lot of Jews say they do Chinese food every year and do it they've done it maybe once, but they'll still say
They still say it. Well, I actually, back when I used to go to Cafe Zen more, which I feel like it's changed a lot. And
it's closed.
Well, right, but I stopped going for years.
Yeah.
But that was an easy thing to do because you would go to Zen for Chinese and then a movie at Senator.
Man, I really like Cafe Zen.
I liked it back in the day.
Yeah. Was that crispy beef?
I don't know. I don't eat beef.
Yeah, right.
But crispy anyway, guess where I ate this weekend? Has nothing to do with the holidays at all.
You ate at... I can't guess.
You already know the answer. I ate at Papa's in Cockeysville. I had a crab cake. It was okay. Let's not do that debate. It's an interesting way to end the year, but we don't need to do the debate now about the greatest crab cake in Baltimore.
Can we do that in the spring?
We can hold it on for spring. Everyone hold your comments. But, you can chime in. Papa's is known. It was lovely. It was big. I only ate half of it, but it was it had a creamy thing going on. I'm not feeling that. I didn't want the creamy center, and big lumps. But I don't know. It wasn't my favorite of all time crab cake. But guess whose table I sat at? There can only be one. There can only really be one
Marty
celebrity
Bass.
table. Oh, does he have a table too?
I don't know. John Waters.
Oprah.
Oh, the Oprah table at Papa's.
I was at the Oprah table at Papa's. Cool. It was fun. I didn't even mean to be. I was with Rebecca. You know Rebecca and her husband, and we were having our little...
Rebecca.
Yeah, Rebecca. And we were having our little holiday meal, and they sat us at the Oprah tables. That was exciting.
That's nice.
And none of us had ever been to that Cockeysville location.
I've never been.
I've been to the Parkville one lots, but I hadn't been there.
Oh, wait. Parkville's the original. Which one's the original? I don't know.
I don't know either. But this I don't know.
Hello out there.
Hello.
We'll figure it out.
So anyway, all right. Let's talk just a little bit more because we touched on this last year. I don't know what day it is, but we touched on this last week about last minute New Year's Eve options.
I'm giving advice for myself because I haven't made my final decision about where to go. But if you're willing to eat early, before 8 o'clock, you can pretty much write your ticket in this town.
Because they want you out of the way for the people who are going to do the
I don't even think it would be that
fireworks.
rushed. They just want, I think if you are willing to eat before 8 o'clock, I don't think they're going to like throw you out of there, but it's just easier to get a reservation at this point. The reservations are plentiful if you're willing to eat before 8.
Right. So I have 2 friends from Camden, New Jersey, who are tentatively threatening to show up for the whole weekend, but they haven't committed yet. And I'm like, I'm going to need to know because we're going to have to find something to go to. Because my usual MO, speaking of movies, is to go hide in the movies all night. Because I loathe New Year's Eve. I loathe that whole, everyone gets to kiss at midnight except for me. Everyone, like, I hate New Year's Eve. I hate that you get
I'm
dressed
trying to
up.
persuade you into the early dinner thing.
Right.
Because then you feel like you've done something.
Right.
Or we're
I
both
agree.
rubbing
We're
your
both
eyes.
really itchy. I think it's the fans going full force and it's making us nuts. But I think, yes, if you're willing. I just need to know if my friends are coming. Because otherwise I'm going to hide in the movies. I'm not going out to dinner.
Well, what do
I'm
you
not
think
gonna
you'd
get
see?
all
What do you
dressed
think
up.
you'd see? What movies?
There's so many. I want to see Vice. I want to see the Spidey movie, the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, people
that
are
thing
liking
looks
that.
amazing.
I don't understand what it. I try to read about it.
It's a
It's
whole
so
new
confusing.
thing, but it's animated, but it's like angsty.
And there are many spider people.
Versus, I don't know, but I do want to see that. Yes, so that's my plan B. Plan A is they need to tell me they're coming so I can make some sort of a reservation. I guess on the early side, but that means we don't see fireworks.
Right, that's the exchange. But you'll feel so good. You feel so good having an early New Year's Eve dinner because it's still festive. People are still in a great mood. The staff is still has its stamina. You still get good food, but then you're home by you can still go to a movie then.
You could.
Like 9:30.
I feel like that's my special alone time.
You don't want to
thing.
share that with
I
them?
don't need to do that with my friends.
So,
like if they come, I have to entertain them. And actually, Creative Alliance is doing like a 60s soul dance party thing. They could be into that.
They could be into that.
If there's still tickets. And that's only like a $35, which is like a fair price point for a New Year's Eve activity. Everyone else is it's gonna be hundreds.
There were some that I was tempted by if I were splurging or just going for it. Like our neighbors La Cuchara. Seems like a really good menu. Chez Hugo downtown. That looked really tempting. I liked the idea, and it wasn't that expensive. The Atlas restaurant groups on Fleet Street, Tagliata,
I
Disco,
thought Tagliata had a menu.
Disco Pizza, and the Elk Club.
Okay.
Elk Bar. That looked like fun because you get to roam among all those properties.
if you
and they have that
want to.
nice courtyard.
Oh, they let you go party at all. Oh, that is smart.
Right.
That's a
So
nice
that way you
idea.
don't feel that claustrophobic.
I'm stuck here for the next 5 hours.
I feel like also Lyft and Uber have changed New Year's Eve. People don't really drive anymore.
No, they don't. That was what the press box just did a whole show about why you shouldn't be driving because you're drunker than you think.
Was that what it was?
Well, they got
Oh, that's
tested.
right. It
They
was
were
for. Is that why the
breathalyzed.
state trooper was here?
Yeah, that's why the state trooper was
Oh,
here.
that's
He's not
so
here watching
cool.
us because we're not drinking.
I thought it came for free muffins.
No, yeah. No, they were getting breathalyzed to see, and it was actually surprising, right, Kyle, that they weren't as drunk as fast as you kind of thought they would be. Mm-hmm. Yeah, a girl and a guy, both in their 20s.
Mark's a little older than that, but yeah.
Yeah,
Mark's I think like 30.
And I think you guys expected her to be like after 2 drinks.
Yeah.
You thought she'd be done, and she really.
Yeah, she did well.
Yeah, I mean,
She
I
should
don't
not
know
have
if
been driving,
right.
that's for sure.
She didn't drive. No one drove. Just so you
And,
know, legally speaking, nobody drove.
So we're
Yes,
thinking of
Lyft does that.
Bottega, an early reservation, but then we had the idea of Korean barbecue. Sounds like fun too, right? Not for you, so
Not
much.
for me, but for somebody, sure. So you guys, if you're watching, if anyone's there, let us know what your last minute ideas are, where you can still get in and what's worth it. Or if you want to hide in the movie theater in a different row from me, because I want to be alone. So, okay, I'm hosting a holiday brunch. You know what I'm serving?
No.
So I'm going to get a nice big poached salmon from our former sponsor. Because yum, that's like the best. It comes with that dill sauce and the capers and cucumbers.
And it's all ready to
and it's
serve.
just ready to go. I'm just going to pick it up. I already ordered it. And I'm going to get a bunch of bagels. I've got all the toppings. I have a babka in the freezer waiting to be defrosted. One guest is bringing a quiche because there's always that guest who wants to bring the quiche. That's fine. And then I have lots of drinkies like mimosas and Bellinis.
Did you say haunted brunch?
No. I probably said holiday.
Holiday. Oh.
I probably said holiday. I'm very nasally and stuffy right now. So
No, I
everyone
thought you
can
said
understand me.
haunted brunch, and I wondered what a haunted.
I wonder
brunch
what a
was.
haunted brunch is
Maybe
either.
we've just started.
But so okay. But are there? Can you think of other good holiday party tips or suggestions that I should be thinking or that anyone should be thinking?
I like your planning. Planning out is great. I love getting a babka right now and putting it in your freezer.
Did that.
It's a great idea.
Totally did that.
Cater as much as you can. Try to get invited to a holiday party. I got one to go to on New Year's Day. Looks pretty swell. I don't know. I just hope everyone has a happy, healthy New Year. I hope it's a good year for the restaurant business. It was pretty rough this past year.
Yes.
Had a lot of closings.
We did.
2000.
Hold on, we can recap that in a second. But I did go to one holiday party that had they got wings from Smoke, which is next to Papa's in Cockeysville, and that was like a huge hit. I didn't have any because I don't.
It
do
was
wings.
a huge hit. It seems like wings would be hard to.
People were they had platters and platters of like all the different varieties, and they kept taking them in the oven, putting them out, and people were
It was
super
were people
stoked.
seated or walking around?
There were seats, but most people were just sort of standing and leaning. It was a little messy, but people were excited about that. That place Smoke is apparently pretty popular.
Yeah, people love Smoke.
Yeah. All right, hold on. If you just got here, you're watching This Week in Baltimore Eating with Richard Grelick. Like, share, comment, and follow us at hashtag #JMoreEating. This Week in Baltimore Eating is brought to you by Santoni's Marketplace and Catering. Visit them online at santonis.com. All right, let's recap the year. Let's talk about our favorite dining experiences of 2018, our saddest losses.
Let's do losses first.
Okay.
Some places closed after a long time, like Reggie's in Federal Hill.
Wine
market.
Wine market was a big one.
And then
Donna's, obviously.
Donna's huge. Donna's like of course it was that place itself in Cross Keys, but the Donna's Empire, which was started in the early 90s.
Yeah.
It's a long time. And we had such a good
was
time
formative.
with Alan Hirsch a couple weeks ago, talking with him. People really enjoyed that.
That was a good show. That was really good.
What else closed this year? Nickel Tavern.
Right. It's like so many. I can't even be sure what
Yeah.
I'm forgetting or what I'm missing. Any more stalwart
There was a Fork and Wrench closed.
that was
and,
the biggie for me.
and
I
also
liked that
their
place.
sister restaurant. What was that? The Market.
I don't know.
We'll get it. It'll come to us.
And then of course New Year's Eve is the last night at
Wit and Wisdom.
yeah. So there's that, but your group is moving on in there. Atlas. I always call them the wrong name.
Yep.
But we did have a few fresh openings.
Where did you go to?
That was new.
I just didn't get around as much this year. That's my
Yes.
resolution for 2019 is to be a better correspondent for this show.
I approve of that message, and I also need to. I get in the rut. I do the thing that so many Baltimoreans do: is we go to our same 5 spots
We
because
really do.
we know they're good. We know we're happy there. For instance, probably my best meal of the year was prime rib, and it always is, and that's because prime rib knows what the heck it's doing. Went to Magdalena for an event. That was new to me. I don't really feel like I need to do that again. For the price, I'm going to go to prime rib. So anyway, I'm very guilty of always going to the same 5 spots in this city. For Indian, I go to Akbar. For what else?
Indians being it's Nepal House for me.
Yeah.
We hope we get a good Chinese restaurant in Baltimore this year.
Right, we
I
could
want
use a
that.
fresh one of those.
I want to go. I have 3 I really want to go to this year. That opened last year. I want to go to Forage.
Oh yes, I never did do that. I do want to go there.
Kyle's been there.
Kyle, what do you think?
Good. Very good.
Did you eat some mushrooms? What'd you have?
Yeah, there was like chicken mushrooms that were like chicken tenders. They're really good.
Oh,
That
wow.
sounds great.
Okay.
And I want to go to...
I need to go to the Bygone.
The Bygone.
We keep talking about it. I need to go to the Bygone.
Got to at least see it.
At least we could just have a drink and like a nap or something.
And Rice Street Tavern. I want to go down there too.
Right, that was on my list. Rice Street's on my list, and I want to return to Topside. I was there one time
Right.
at a food tour. So
It's the closest restaurant in the entire earth to me, where I live. There's not a restaurant on earth that's closer to there.
even your place where you like your soup.
Oh, no. Topside's closest. I want to call it Topsoil. Topside's closer. Boy, do I love Cozy Corner, though.
I know you do. You really like that place.
I love it.
Yeah, so your resolution is you're going to go eat more fresh, new discovery places.
Twice a month. How about that?
I agree with that choice.
Is that too much?
No.
Twice a month.
Yeah. And
new restaurants.
Yes, and mine is going to be to try not to just go to my 5 spots all the time.
I'm writing this down.
You are? Because I think I know what your thing was last year, and it didn't have anything to do with food. No. Did you? And do you think you? I don't even think you accomplished it. No. Should we not tell anyone what it was?
No.
We're not going to tell anyone. Mine was. I'll tell everyone mine. He also didn't have anything to do with food, but I just wanted to make sure I went to all the live theater productions in town, and I really haven't.
The other big change in Baltimore dining is this year, and this is left curveball to you. There's no restaurant critic for the Baltimore Sun anymore. That's really weird. I'm sorry. That's just a shift in the landscape. It makes me kind of crazy.
Why was that a curveball to me?
No, because I didn't bring it up, and
you thought I wasn't gonna react to it anyway. I wasn't gonna giggle when you said that. Yes, they lost you at one point.
Then they had Suzanne Loudermilk was full permanent freelance.
And then they had
the
Tim
music
Smith,
critic.
the classical critic, was reviewing food. That didn't last long. Tim Smith left. So I'm guessing there is nobody.
There's nobody yet. There's also not a theater critic or a music critic.
Right. They do have reviewer type people on staff, however. I'm gonna give them a bone there. They do. They have a couple feature staff members.
But they don't review. They don't do critical reviews.
Okay. That is true.
So, where are people getting critical reviews, and do they want them or do they need them? There's nothing anymore. Except, there's Baltimore Magazine. They do a good job.
They actually review a restaurant?
Mm-hmm, they do. They do good work.
I think we should do it right here, verbally and live.
Maybe this will be your new home for critical reviews.
Yeah, you guys come see us. Come here.
Yes, twice a month, new restaurant.
And speaking of that, I have a mission for us. Because our wire service, JTA, sent out their top new Jewish restaurants in the country. It's by the Nosher, which is a food blog, Jewish food blog. And I'm going to run down it, but one of them is actually somewhat close to us. So there is this place called Safta in Denver.
Top 10 new Jewish restaurants.
No, it's not even top 10. It's 5 or something.
Best new Jewish restaurants.
Best new Jewish restaurants in the country in 2018. Mm-hmm. So the second one is Call Your Mother in Washington, D.C., which sounds perfect.
Right.
And they describe themselves as Jewish, which is also perfect because that's how we call our magazine. We're Jewish. So you and I are going to get on that train. We're going to go to Call Your Mother, and we're going to eat all the stuff. There's some sort of version of a Philly cheesesteak. There's some sort of matzo ball sopa. There's stuff. It sounds incredible. There's a brisket. We're going there. And we will write about it. And we will tell everyone.
Them and get free meals.
And you guys, if you've already been to Call Your Mother, tell us. Okay, so there's also Kishkash in New York City.
Cute.
I've never been there. Rice Society in Denver. Larder Delicatessen and Bakery in Cleveland. And Daughter's Deli in Los Angeles. So that's the new Jewish spots to look for if you're out and about across the country. Okay, you guys tell us. We'll also post this, but tell us what your 2019 food resolutions are.
Yeah.
Don't get in that rut. We all do it, and we know we do it, but we do it anyway. And I really do need to be better at trying a new spot. And Restaurant Week, which is coming up, is a great opportunity for you to do that. It highlights it. And then also tell us where did you have your best dining experience in 2018, and what were you the saddest to see leave? I think Donna's kind of no brainer. It's also the freshest, but I don't know. Wine Market was a big deal as well. I think. All right. Anything else you want to talk about? Any recaps? It's the last show of the year, Richard.
It was a great year. I liked spending it with you, and like spending it here at J Moore. Thanks, J Moore.
Thanks, everybody. All right. You have been watching This Week in Baltimore Eating with Richard Grelick, sponsored by Santoni's Marketplace and Catering. For more food fun, sign up for This Week in Baltimore Eating newsletter at jmoreliving.com/newsletters. Look for us here and have a happy, happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Bye.